In today's video, I will be sharing another anonymous email. And in this email, she says, "Hello, Ryan. I would like to first say thank you. Your FFH, which is Free From Hell, website helped save my marriage as well as my life. Secondly, as most people know, this disease does not discriminate. I am a teacher with a master's in education and never thought it could happen to me, but it did. My disease and addiction to opiates was a slow starter, but began to progress quickly toward the end. I always received pills from my doctor. I was a cocktail waitress in AC for many years before becoming a teacher, and my back is bad. In 2006, I would receive 60 pills from my primary doctor, and they would last 3 to 6 months. I took the pills sometimes for pain and sometimes to party. In 2012, a friend hooked me up with a pain management doc, and I began to get 75 at a time, and she would refill me when needed. I then became a weekend warrior, still holding my job and family together, or so I thought. Monday through Thursday, I would not take the pills, especially at work. Fast forward to 2015. In February 2015, I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease and spent 14 days in the hospital. It's a painful bowel disease, which is far from glamorous. Well, with more pain came 120 Roxicet a month, which is 30 milligram immediate release oxycodone. Wow, I really had a reason to use daily now. I don't even know if I had pain after a few months because I was always medicated. I wasn't feeling anything. I didn't consider myself an addict because my script was legal. My addiction started spiraling. I started counting the pills I had left toward the end of each month. I became a slave to the pills. The thing that really pushed me to get help was the fact that I had to have a pill on my nightstand in order to get out of bed to teach kids, which is my passion. Disgusting, right? I blamed my husband, my pain, anything or anyone to take the focus off my addiction. In May 2016, I decided enough was enough. I found FFH and made a plan. I watched my son graduate 8th grade on June 16th, and with a packed bag, headed to a detox in your hometown by myself. It was hell, but I did it. I am now 34 days without opiates, and the world is a better place. I'm still not 100%, but I can feel again. I am rebuilding my marriage. I have severed the relationship with my doctor. I see a therapist and attend NA regularly. If I hadn't found FFH, freefromhell.com, I seriously don't know what would have happened to me. So while some people say that those of us with chronic pain or disease do not get hooked, I'm not buying it. I am one of those people, but I am also now free from hell. Thank you. If you use my story, please keep my name anonymous." I mean, doesn't get much better than that. The fact that there is more and more of a focus on the fact that addiction, dependency, that whole ballpark is not going to be what it used to be. I mean, with the stigma that it used to have, and people were actually pretty much okay with the fact that people who got addicted to opiates were back alley drug addicts, inner city, uneducated, didn't have anything going for them. And that's not the way it is. And that's pretty much not the way it ever was. But now that there's just so many people that have lived this lifestyle, or so many families that have been touched by this problem, it's becoming much less of a stigma. And, you know, videos like mine, people who are putting out more videos on YouTube, people who are opening up, groups like I Am Not Anonymous, like these things fight the stigma, because people aren't afraid to say, you know, I had a problem. All right, yeah, I may have dabbled too much in this situation, or if I was prescribed it, maybe I took too much of my prescription. And there's going to be people that say, well, you did it to yourself. Those same people aren't saying that to people with diabetes that ate themselves, or, you know, diabetes could be genetic, but there are a lot of parts of diabetes that are created by diets and lack of exercise and everything else. So there's a big realm of questioning on how far this will go, how much people will accept the addiction and dependency world. And there's a lot of people that are still scared to come out, and that's fine. But there are pioneers out there that are doing the best they can to break the stigma. Okay, so people can be out in the open and say, you know, I had an issue with this, but I'm okay now. I work my program. I do what I need to do to stay clean, to stay away from these drugs that chemically change who you are as a person. Scientifically, these medications change your brain. All right? That's what causes the dependency. It's not that you have, you know, you could have underlying issues, you could have, you know, family genes or so forth, but a normal person who doesn't have anything wrong with their family, there's never been addiction in the family or dependency problems, can take these medications every day as prescribed, and it screws up their brain to the point where the brain starves for it. All right? So anybody can fall into this trap. And it's not just back alley people. All right, so I don't know how else to explain that. If you'd like to share your story, you can email me at ryan@compsport.com. In the subject line, put YouTube story and my story, and let me know if you want to use your first or last name or stay anonymous. I've been getting a lot of good stories in, a lot of different realms, a lot of different time lengths, and that's exactly what I was looking for a month ago. So I'm very happy with what's coming in, but I would be even happier with more. So if you're on the fence about whether you want to share, there were some people that shared on some comments on the last few videos saying that, you know, they had 9 months, 11 months. If you haven't shared before, I would love to get your story. I mean, 9 months, 11 months, a year, anything over 6 months. I mean, share. How'd you get there? How are you happily living almost a year into recovery? That is invaluable information for people. All right, I've talked my head off. My brain has given everything I possibly can, and I'll continue to do so. But other aspects, other people's point of views, priceless. All right, so if you're on the fence about whether you want to share or not, please just write me and say, blah, this is my story. All right. Otherwise, check out some more videos, leave some comments, and leave some love for our anonymous teacher. All right, take care.